Who did the move better?
All right, let's go.
So I did a little thing where I went to ChatGPT and I asked that question, who did the move better?
Mm-hmm.
And I put in typical moves that a lot of wrestlers do use.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go with move 1, the spear.
Jey Uso.
So wait, I'm going to name what ChatGPT says. Don't leave. I'm going to name what ChatGPT says. And you could say yes. You can agree with some of those names, or you can bring in the name that you feel like deserves to be on that list.
Okay.
So with the spear, it says Goldberg, Roman Reigns, Edge, and Braun Breaker.
Goldberg's the only one.
Edge's spear is not that good, though. It's okay.
No,
For a long time, everybody online called Edge's spear the running hug.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you,
I just want to hug you.
Honestly, I feel like everyone's spear on there sucks except for Goldberg.
Roman's isn't bad.
Yeah, but Goldberg
killed you.
Yeah,
Goldberg was so natural
Goldberg's
because he's a
spear,
football
it was a
player.
tackle. It was a tackle.
He was a football player.
The word spear came from Goldberg.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. To me, Goldberg, that's how you do it. You know?
There's one person that's not on that list that it didn't mention.
You're going to say Rhino? Don't say Rhino.
Because they call it gore.
Yeah, but that's...
But come on.
the gore.
You really didn't like this?
I love Rhino.
Do you?
Big Rhino guy.
Really? I thought Rhino was horseshit. I thought that was the end of ECW.
Rhino's one of the few guys who could pull off a velvet singlet.
It's because of TNA. Because Rhino had a...
I liked Rhino
He
a
did
lot.
go to TNA, yeah.
At the end of ECW, I liked Rhino in his first WWF run. I always thought Rhino was just like cool. I don't know. I know that's probably not.
So
a
wait,
popular
would you
thing,
take
but-
someone out of that list and put Rhino in it?
What list?
I'd be okay with that.
for
I
the
think Rhino...
spear.
I would say Rhino had a better spear than Roman or Edge, to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Honestly, Braun Breaker is on the way to having the best spear.
He
ever.
is.
He's already had some just.
But to him, it's almost. It's not. The thing is with a spear, I feel like you got to pull on the legs like Goldberg used to. These guys are just like launching their neck and head at people and calling it a spear.
Yeah.
You know. But whatever. At least Braun Breaker is.
Actually,
cool.
who's the worst spear right now is now what's his name now? Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints.
Oh, I didn't even know he
his
did it.
spear is really bad. Sorry, Ricky, I like you. You're a really good wrestler, but your spear is not very good.
Did Gilbert do the spear?
I don't think Gilbert ever did a move.
I think he used to knock himself out doing that.
I was a big Gilbert guy.
Yeah, how can you not?
Dwayne Gill.
I just don't feel like anyone should be doing the spear if you're not like a road warrior.
If you weren't a football player, you shouldn't be.
Yeah. I thought it was dumb. I don't know why Edge even did that move. Like, it doesn't make sense to me if you're like...
Because Edge could never, he never had a great finisher. Like, that was the best he could come up with. Because he used to have the Edgecutioner, which was like and that was a
DDT
weird
thing?
setup. Yeah, like, it just didn't work.
Because he would sit there in a corner and just like keep moving his hair
The spear-
back,
the spear
licking
was-
his lips.
That
just
was
to
good
do.
for Edge, though. I mean, it didn't look great, but it was fine.
Yeah.
He was slinky. The Chokeslam. Now, ChatGPT gave me The Undertaker, The Big Show, Kane,
And Akira Tao.
and Akira Tao.
Akira Tao has one of the worst chokeslams you've ever seen. You did not
Big Show,
research that.
the
You didn't
Giant-
take it at all.
No, that's what ChatGPT
The Giants
gave.
chokeslam in WCW when he would drop to his knees was awesome. Like, that looked because he was coming down like full force.
Yeah.
But then he stopped doing it because he was damaging his knees. And I think it was Hogan told him, like, stop landing on your knees, brother. Like,
Look at me, brother.
Yeah. So the Giants chokeslam in WCW is probably the best one ever.
I think Kane.
I think so.
I go with Kane.
Do you guys remember 911?
Hell
Used
yeah.
to chokeslam the
Yeah.
shit out of people in
Yes.
ECW. That was a good chokeslam.
I think if you're going to do a chokeslam, you have to be over 6'8". Somebody I saw recently, I want to say it was Joe Hendry, did a fucking chokeslam, and I was like,
who?
I don't know. I saw him do it, and I was like, you can't, dude. It reminded me of when the Hurricane did.
Yeah, but that was funny.
Oh my God, yes.
This wasn't meant to be. And Joe Hendry, I'm sorry if it wasn't Joe
back.
Hendry, it was somebody else that should not have done a chokeslam.
Nick Gage does a choking breaker where he picks up in a chokeslam and he puts you on the backbreaker.
That's
Oh,
his
really?
It looks fucking awesome. It's one of his like big signature moves. It looks fucking great. And I can honestly say Akira Tao
looks like an old. He has the skinniest little arms. He has the worst body of professional wrestler I've ever seen. He looks like a man off a fishing boat, and he does this skinny arm like chokeslam, and looks so weak and feeble. I hate it. I hate him.
It was kind of like a push to the neck.
Not even you could just see all the effort that his opponent would do to try to make it look good. He was just not like an athletic man, and I have no idea why he was. Akira Tao, if you don't know, was featured amongst all these great Japanese wrestlers, and like let's say there was like a group of 5, he was like number 6, and he was featured in all these matches, and he clearly could not keep up. But for some reason, I mean, maybe there's something about Japanese culture about the way this guy looked that worked for somebody. But if you want some homework, watch Akira Tao and laugh all night.
Didn't Abyss do the chokeslam as well?
Yeah, probably. I think he did.
TNA guy.
Abyss had a good moveset though.
So who would you give the chokeslam to?
Who did you say, Big Show?
Yeah.
You said WCW Big Show, though, right?
But sometimes it depends who's the chokeslam is like who's selling it, you know, and like I do remember a ton of good like Undertaker chokeslams.
It's the Undertaker.
I say Kane. I go with Kane.
All right,
That's all fine.
They're great. You know, the other one is the clothesline.
Lariat.
So basically, ChatGPT picked
Clearly,
Hulk Hogan.
That's not true. They're just saying that.
Mick Foley,
Oh, this is bad.
JBL,
This is why you can't
and
trust
Ultimate Warrior.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, these are-
Because Stan Hansen needs to be at the top of this list right now.
exactly.
It was
Stan Hansen. JBL's Lariat is pretty great though.
Yeah.
That was ruthless.
Yeah.
His.
Oh, it was very Stan Hansen. That's where he got it from.
Yeah.
He totally got it from Stan. JBL would bounce off the rope. Stan Hansen would just stand there, look at you, and be like, "You're gonna die now." And my favorite Stan Hansen clothesline, if everyone wanted to look it up, it's against Kenta Kobashi. He sits Kenta Kobashi in the top rope, and you're thinking, "What the fuck is a 300-pound man gonna do to a 250-pound man off the top rope?" And then he climbs to the ring apron. And he just fucking lariats him like a fucking bulldog, and it's so hits him so hard. It's one of my favorite lariats of all time. And speaking of the guy he lariated, Kenta Kobashi, he's not on this list. He should be on the list. Samoa Joe, Kenta Kobashi,
Samoa Joe.
You should watch. He clotheslines the shit out of him. Kenta Kobashi had the best grab you by the head, charge up, clothesline.
Kenta Kobashi is one of my favorite builds of a wrestler of all time. He's not.
Yeah.
He is a thick, massive man who has no defining muscle, but he's just all meat, all prime Japanese beef.
Yeah, he looks like to me a Japanese Bruno Sammartino.
Yes.